I discovered that my daughter organized a bullying campaign against her transgender classmate. Now she has to face the consequences, because I am canceling her dream, Sweet 16. My husband John and I have a daughter, Madison, ever since she was little. Madison dreamed of having the perfect 16th birthday party since Madison had always been well behaved. We decided that we would throw Madison the birthday party of her dreams. We both have financial stability, so cost wasn't an issue. We put months of planning into this party. Madison's actual birthday was on Monday, and we had a small family dinner at her favorite restaurant to celebrate since her actual birthday party was scheduled for 3 weeks from now. Everything was perfect until Wednesday, when my husband and I were called into a meeting at Madison's school. We were surprised to discover that Madison was suspended for her involvement in aggressively bullying a transgender classmate, Kelly, who had recently attempted to do something that I'm not allowed to say on this post. I'm ashamed to admit that I didn't believe it at first, but after I forced Madison to show me her phone so that her father and I could look through her texts and social media, I was shocked to discover that not only was Madison involved, but she was the ringleader of a group of girls in her grade that bullied her. There were texts of Madison telling Kelly that she would never be a real girl and asking if she still had a penis. There were plans in the private group to pull Kelly's pants and underwear down in the middle of the cafeteria to prove that she was a man. I also found posts on her social media where she referred to transgender women as perverts and troons and said that they would never be women. John and I were disgusted by Madison's behavior. We raised our children liberally and consider ourselves LGBT allies, and Madison in particular has always been an outspoken feminist like me. When we got home from the meeting, we talked it over and decided that not only would Madison have no electronics for the rest of the year, but we would be canceling her party too. We wouldn't get the money back for the venue and most of the arrangements we made already, but we decided that this is what is needed to be done. We informed Madison of our decision yesterday, and she lost it, telling us that we were terrible parents for canceling her Sweet 16 over a boy, and that we were punishing her for speaking her mind when it wasn't her fault. Kelly did what she did. She begged us not to cancel it, and said that this was her dream, but I told her that her behavior didn't warrant having the party of her dreams. She went back to her room crying. We thought we did the right thing, especially when we told our 2 older daughters, but when we called John's mother Shannon and told her that the party would be cancelled and why, she called us awful parents for crushing her dreams this way. Now we're having second thoughts. Update. My daughter Madison 16 began therapy last week to address her behavior. She organized a bullying campaign against a classmate and posted harmful social media posts for context. She has not been adjusting to therapy well because she believes that she did nothing wrong, and this has resulted in arguments between her, myself, and my husband. If anything, I think this has caused her to double down on her behavior. This morning we got into an argument because I discovered her trying to steal her confiscated cell phone from my husband's office. I took the phone back from her and planned to put it in his safe along with our other valuables, but she threw a fit when I took it and started to scream at me that she hated me and wished I were dead. I have plans to tell Madison's therapist, but I'm distraught by what happened. I kept sobbing and even woke my husband up from how loud I was. I never thought that one of my children would say this to me. I don't know where I went wrong, but I feel like a fool for not noticing this behavior sooner. Update. I'm sorry to report that Madison has only doubled down on her behavior in the weeks since my last post. She's now refusing to talk to me, unless it's about dinner or to bully me into handing over her electronics. She has started at a new school this semester because we wanted to keep her away from her victim and the friends that she organized the harassment with, and she hasn't adjusted to it well. As far as I know, she has made no friends yet, but my husband John and I are refusing to transfer her back to her old school, and this frustrates her. We also refuse to give her electronics or social media back to her, and it will stay that way for the rest of the year. Unfortunately, she blames Kelly, the girl that she bullied, for everything that's happened, and it seems to have made her hatred for her worse. She has said a lot of derogatory things about her, including slurs, so John and I have discussed with her therapist about enrolling our daughter in a LGBT sensitivity workshop aimed at teenagers. We have also discussed taking her to see a psychiatrist, and we have an appointment made for Tuesday. I wish I could say that things have improved, but my husband and I have formed a plan to get my daughter the help she needs.